Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome into the latest edition of the DeAndre Square Show here on Cats Illustrated. We're back with another edition with Kentucky's standout linebacker in the middle of that UK defense this season, and gonna kind of pick his brain a little bit today. Me and Justin Roman from Cats Illustrated to see what's on his mind as the Cats inch closer and closer to that season opener. And welcome into the show, DeAndre.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, good. It's hard to believe kind of that, it's here. Are you kind of the same way that we are? It seems like, it was just spring practice a while back, and now it's real now.
It hasn't like set in. Like I've been trying to get it to set in, but it probably won't like really set in for me until about like Wednesday. They're like, oh wow, like the game is a couple of days away, but I've been thinking about it nonstop.
Go ahead, Justin.
I was just going to say, as a senior or somebody who has like realistic aspirations to play at the next level, I mean, this is kind of like a contract year for you. I mean, just be blunt about it. Is there pressure? I mean, just thinking about your future and all that you've worked towards and how, the pros at this scouting are going to be pouring over every play that you just zeroing in on you. I mean, is there a lot of pressure there, or have you just trained mentally for this not to be overwhelming?
No, it's not. I mean, I've been here before, not to this extent, but I mean, it's just another season for me. I'm not that nervous. I really haven't put too much thought into it. I just know that I'm going to go out and play my best that I can play every down in and down out. So I feel like everything will take care of itself.
I was going to ask you, do you get anxious, to play at this point? Are you kind of like, okay, enough of this, the practice and the prep and the talking to the press, let's get out there and do it?
I kind of get anxious. I get before the first game, I get like my emotions are like very high. Like I just be ready to play, just to like get everything off my shoulders. So I mean, I get a little anxious, but I'll be very emotional.
How has that changed from, say, when you first got here to now? I mean, can you look back and remember the week before your first game as a freshman?
Yeah, my freshman year, I was pretty nervous because Jordan Jones was out with an injury, and it was looking like I was probably going to have to start against Central Michigan. So I was pretty nervous, but he ended up coming back like that game week and ended up starting, and I still played. But now it's just routine now. I mean, I'm ready. I'm focused. I'm trying to get all the other guys like focused and on point so we can have a great season.
What's that inside linebackers room like? You guys have been through camp together. It seems pretty clear cut. I mean, you've got you and Jaquez, two of the most experienced, players at your position in the SEC, and, captain types, team leader types. And then you've got like the next wave with some separation between you guys. I mean, what's the dynamic been like having spent so much time together these last few weeks?
It's like you have the old guys and the two older guys and the younger guys. Everybody listens well. The dynamic is pretty good. Everybody tries to get each other better, like iron sharpens iron. It's a pretty good dynamic. I mean, I feel like nobody oversteps anybody, and people, they play their role and they play it to the best of their abilities.
There's been a lot of discussion in camp from a lot of the guys talking about you guys have set the bar awfully high for this season as a defensive unit, and it's been good for the last several years. Where do you think you can take it this season?
We can take it as far as we want to go, and we have our eyes set pretty high, and I feel like we can achieve those goals because we have good leadership all around, and we have a lot of good young players that want to contribute and want to follow the lead. You don't have people that is eyeing their own like goals and accomplishments, which I mean everybody does, but it's not as loud as as the one team goal. So I feel like we can achieve a lot of good things this year.
Has there been anything happen in camp that makes you even more excited about your potential as a unit?
Yeah, I like the way we handled ourselves throughout the entire camp. Um, Camp is not like how it used to be, like as grueling as it used to be, but it still is tough. And I didn't see anybody on the defensive side or the team really like waver. Like they just kept their heads in and they went strong and just finished camp strong and everybody went through it. And that I can't say that for years past. I feel like some people, folded off or tried to take a break. This year, everybody seemed like they didn't want to stop. They wanted to keep going.
This is kind of a side note. We'll get back on topic here in a minute, but I wanted to throw out the Milwaukee Bucks as a topic for you. I know you're a Bucks fan. Is that more because of Giannis, or is that more going back before him, or what was it like for you just enjoying that? Because I saw you on social media, you were enjoying that pretty well.
It was about like right when Giannis got drafted there. When I became a fan, I was a fan of Monte Ellis. And Monte Ellis got traded in the Andrew Bogut trade in 2013. So I've been a fan pretty since. Yeah, it was. I knew their time would come. I was very tired. I was tired of them losing in the playoffs. It was frustrating, but this year I kept telling myself and just putting it out there that they was gonna be champions before, like during the first round, and I kept saying it as the rounds went on, and it just ended up happening. I'm proud of them. As a fan, I'm very proud of the whole team.
Justin, I gotta get to the bottom of this though. Now, DeAndre, this is controversial. How's a guy from the Motor City? How is the Pistons not your team?
The Pistons, I love the Pistons. The Pistons and the Bucks are my two favorite teams. I know it's weird, but the Pistons, whoever, like I go for both of them. It'll be hard to, if they was to play each other in a series, it'll be hard to really. I wouldn't be mad with the result, like either. I'll probably just be a fan watching the game, that series.
Back on Kentucky stuff. What are your thoughts on Will Levis right now? I mean, we talked. They've named him the starter. Everybody talks about his arm. What have you seen from your vantage point, quarterback, middle of the defense, just watching him progress in this new offense? Didn't have the spring with the team. He got in late. What have you seen from him, and what can fans expect from him?
He's a professional. He's a great dude. He attacks the game like a pro already. He's just different. He's different from what I've seen from past UK quarterbacks. He's a smart guy. He has a laser of an arm. I mean, some of the throws that he makes, like it's stuff that like I haven't really seen too much here, and I'm excited for him. He's always in the film room too. I'm excited. I feel like he can have a big year.
The quarterback's always expected to be a leader, not just on that side of the ball, but the team in general. Will got in here kind of late, but from everything we understand, like he won guys over pretty quickly, and kind of had this attitude that, he wasn't assuming anything, that he was automatically the man or anything like that, but kind of earned that position slowly with his teammates. Would you agree with what you've seen?
Yeah, I would agree. When he got in here, he started from the bottom and worked. He started and worked his way up. He took guys in on weekends and came and got extra work, and I feel like that's how he won people over. He always wanted to work, so I would agree with that.
Another guy I wanted to ask you about, everybody has asked about Trevin, but what about Jared Casey? I mean, he came in with a lot of hype, similar to you a few years before, and they've changed his position a little bit. And kind of the book on him that I've heard is when you get to college, like you kind of it's jarring to see, what it takes. just the level of perfection and commitment to your craft and taking coaching and everything. But everything I've heard, he's made some progress on those points. What have you seen from Jared and his development in the program?
He's gonna be a quiet like his production is gonna be quiet. Like he's gonna slither his way to like 30, 40 tackles, and it's just he knows how to. He can find the ball from time to time. He is his alignment assignment is pretty good. I think he can have a good year for us, a good solid role for us. He constantly wants to improve, and I know it can be difficult for him at times because this is not his natural position, but he's always willing to keep going and continue to get extra work.
As we wind this down a bit, DeAndre, put you on the spot a little bit. Who's one guy from the offense, one guy from the defense that we're kind of sleeping on right
now? For the offensive side, I can say Isaiah Epps, and not a lot of people are talking about Smoke, but Smoke is going to have a very good year. With Chris is going to be a two-headed monster, but Isaiah Epps is he's gonna have a lot of deep ball opportunities. He's a smooth receiver that knows how to find openings in the defense, and they're reliable. He has reliable hands. So that's for the offensive side. On the defensive side, I think the young D line, Trey, Octavius. I think they're gonna shock a lot of people, and the freshman D lineman too. They came in and contributed in some of the scrimmages. So I feel like the young D line, like the D line, is gonna, when the starters get tired and the rotation comes in, I don't think it's gonna be a big drop off. Josiah Hayes too. All the Justin Rogers, the whole D line, I feel like they're gonna have a pretty good impact. I feel like people sleeping on them.
All right.
Is there a game that you're most looking forward to this year, since we're right up on the schedule? I know a lot of people, coaches are going to want you to say the first game, ULM. That's the most important game to me. And I get that, but everybody's saying Missouri could be a big game just in the SEC East. You guys have had some great games against each other. Is there a road trip you're looking forward to, a game that you feel like the team have had circled or you're really looking towards?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't have one. I don't even know. I really am taking it one game at a time. I don't even know who we play after Missouri.
Chattanooga. Yeah.
It's really one game at a time for me, and I'm like I said, I'm just trying to put my best foot forward every game. I mean, I probably look at the schedule probably about once or twice to really get a look at it, but I know that the October is going to be a big month for us, pretty big month. I know that, but yeah.
Well, I think that'll put a wrap on it here for our latest episode of the DeAndre Square Show. We always appreciate DeAndre sharing some of his insight with us, and wish you the best of luck going into this final week of practice. And we can't wait to be back in a full stadium of fans yelling "Go Big Blue" and cheering on while you're out there. So we can't wait, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Well, we'll have a game to talk about next time we do this, so I'm looking forward to that, man. All right. Have a good week. All right.
You too.
Thanks for everybody listening. This is Cats Illustrated Television, DeAndre Square Show. You can sign up on the front page of the site, free 30-day trial, and we look forward to seeing this guy and everybody else out in action 1 week from now. College football's here. Thanks a lot.